How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to the channel, and if you're new to my channel, welcome. I did a similar video to this before on my channel. It was one of my first videos, and that was going to be on the MST intake. So the MST intake was actually the first upgrade that I did to my car, and I did that maybe after 3 or 4 weeks of owning it. And it seems to be a common trend with all the Supra owners, and for the most part I've never heard anybody complain about them or have any problems, and with my personal experience I've definitely loved it the entire time I've owned it. So the intake that I have on my car is the MST intake version 1, and they just released the MST intake version 2. But MST, being the great company they are, also released a turbo inlet, a little piece that you can connect to your version 1 that can make it into a version 2. And the reason why you'd want to do this is because the stock turbo inlet piece is plastic. I'll throw a little clip of it here. Alright, so this is the stock turbo inlet. Came on the car. It's plastic. It also has these baffles on the inside. I'm going to show more of a side-by-side comparison later on in this video, but I just wanted to show you what the actual piece is made out of, and it's made out of a cheap plastic. And as compared to the MST turbo inlet, which is made out of a hard aluminum, it's definitely worth the upgrade. So now if I was going to take you guys under the hood, this is my intake now, and now the entire piping going down straight to the turbo is made out of all aluminum. And it's definitely a lot better than having that plastic piece down there that can crack when the weather gets really hot. Alright, so this is the stock turbo inlet. Came on the car. It's plastic. And it also has these baffles on the inside. I believe were put there to help make the car a little quieter. Maybe help with emissions, I'm honestly not too sure. But this is the piece that was replaced. And just a little plug, if you guys need any Supra parts, speedindustry.com, I highly recommend them. They have every single Supra part you can imagine. I bought all my Supra parts from them, aside from my Euromotive charge pump I bought from Euromotive themselves, but I definitely recommend them. Their shipping time's fast, the customer service is good, and I never had a problem with them, so definitely check them out. I'll put their link down in the description, so if you guys are interested, you guys can just go click on that and check them out. Also, if you guys are interested in seeing my first initial reaction on the version 1 intake, I'll put the link to that video right above my head about now. But if you'd like a good video on the installation of this product, I'm gonna tag the video in my description. I highly recommend watching Bros for Speed. He does a great job describing on how to install this piece. So now that we know that there's no baffles in our turbo inlet, and now that we're just pretty much straight piped, well, I wouldn't want to say straight pipe because there's no cat or anything in there, but since there's no baffles and it's now made out of aluminum, the turbo is a little bit louder, so I'll show you guys that now. Alright, so now I got you guys on my head. Seatbelt on. Just hit 11,719 miles. It's been such a joy to own this car. I wouldn't trade it for anything. So let's go ahead, turn electronic brake off, put it in sport mode. I was already driving the car earlier today, so don't get mad at me for revving it right after I start it. It's already warm. I love the way the stock exhaust sounds. All I have is a different downpipe on the car. Go ahead and go for a little ride, show you guys how this turbo sounds. on the highway. Drop a gear, let you guys hear a little bit. It's got a lot more of like a blowout valve. I'm actually gonna turn traction control on because I'm not sure if it's picking up on video, but it rained last night, so let's keep traction control on for now. But yeah, the turbo is definitely a lot louder, and I'm very happy with this product. I think that the MST intake with the stock turbo inlet with those baffles inside it, I wouldn't say like it sounds good. The blowout valve's still very loud, but it just does, something's off. Like I wouldn't pick it up beforehand, but now that I have this piece on, now I can understand what people are telling me. It just sounds so much better. It sounds a lot more throatier, a lot more healthier. My goal really for this car in terms of upgrades is I just want to replace all the junky stuff that BMW didn't go ahead and spend their money on and doing. So like my charge pipe, that thing came plastic. Once you start pushing more boost and if it's a hot day, that thing is more than likely going to crack eventually, especially at high mileage, and once the thing gets used a lot, and that thing's going to break eventually. So I would definitely recommend changing your charge pipe if you're pushing more boost or upgrading your car. Things like that, the stock turbo inlet. Trying to think of other things now. There's also a Visconti made rear ride sensor. I'm trying to think exactly what it is, but the stock one's plastic and they made a metal bracket one, so you don't get any throw any codes at the track. A lot of people are doing that. As always, thank you guys for tuning in. I really appreciate all you guys who have subscribed. I'm sorry I haven't been as active as I want to be lately. I can't even point it to anything. It's just truthfully pure laziness. I've been a lazy bum. I've been going to work, coming home, eating, and going right to bed, you know? But I'm trying to get back into it, and especially on the weekends with all the car meets, the weather's getting nicer. I'm definitely going to be making more videos, so definitely stay tuned, stay subscribed, and if you guys like to subscribe, hit the button, hit the little bell thing, whatever you want to do, and thumbs up, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you.